Good afternoon, everybody. Hey, yo. Hey, girl. Um, Let me get this set. Okay, I'm going to do this live today. So, first of all, Swig Squad, I want to start off by saying this is Tea with the Diva. And some of you may have seen this live yesterday of this reunion of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Unfortunately, I erroneously deleted it. So I'm doing it again. I want to start off by shouting out my mentor. Her name is Yo Yo. She is the bomb.com and her page is Entertainment You Love. And she is so supportive and she is going to hold me accountable. So I'm going to have to get real with this stuff now. So I'm just going to come with this review. This is season 9 and part 3 of the reunion for Love and Marriage Huntsville. You are so welcome, Yo Yo. Thank you. So as the episode opens up, we still talking about Ken and Martell. Martell made a joke that he had slept with Trisha, and Ken didn't like that. But Martell was laughing. It was just a joke. He was just doing it for shits and giggles, and I think Ken got offensive because he feels like people are looking at her like she's loose. But I mean, you can't control that, buddy. That's your girl. All you can do is support her. You can't control how other people view her. So they they had a joke, and then Mel, when Ken said that he didn't appreciate it, Mel checked Martell and said, "Oh, you're not gonna check that grown man over there that just said something," because of course Martell always popping off to somebody, and and he always got something to say. So she was like, "You don't got nothing to say to that grown man right there." And Martell was like, "Well, he didn't say nothing disrespectful and all of that stuff." So it was just funny to hear her like check him and to hear him like, kind of cower down because he ain't want no smoke with Ken. He can't do no with that big old muscle bound man. So then they got on the subject of Chris hooking them up. So I think Mel asked him, like, did you have anything to do with introducing them? And Chris told the story that he always told. So and then Martell backed it up. So I'm assuming that that probably was the truth. The way that Chris said that it happened, I'm believing that it probably did happen like that. So, um, I think Carlos asked Trisha, did she know that Martell and Mel were married? She lied and said no. But I'm sure, as small as Huntsville is, she knew. She had to know. Everybody else knew. Everybody said that they knew about Mel and Martell. Like they were like a it couple in Huntsville. So, you know, she probably knew. She just trying to take herself out of that negative view that people are seeing her through. She's just trying to remove herself totally from that. And I mean, I can't blame her, but she just lied too much. I just don't understand. I don't understand how anybody can believe anything she say. Can't Carlos asked Ken, "Do you trust her? Do you believe her?" He said, "Yeah." All the 3 years that they've been messing around, he he ain't never caught her in no lie. I don't see how, but that's what her man said, and that's what I'm gonna believe. I don't see how he ain't never caught her in no lie. But so Carlos asked Martell, was Trisha hot to him? Did he view Trisha as hot? Because of course, remember, Martell made a comment and said that she wasn't hot enough for him. So I think Martell kind of stuttered because he didn't want to like hurt her feelings. But I am, and then Ken just, oh, if you see a beautiful lady, or you see a beautiful lady like this, if you see a beautiful lady, well, Ken, beauty is an eye of the beholder. So of course you think your girl is beautiful. That doesn't mean that everybody else is gonna think that she's beautiful. You just continue to think your girl is beautiful and don't worry about what nobody else thinks. But Martell did not. He said that she was not hot enough. So he already made that statement. Um so Martell no, the next segment was Trisha's ex-husband, Marquez. Marquez is a crash out. He really is. He's a crash out. And I think that he is a deadbeat dad. I feel like any man who thinks that it's okay to just FaceTime their children and they feel like that makes a difference or that does something, you cannot parent through FaceTime. I know FaceTime is a wonderful tool and it helps us do a lot, but parenting is not one of those things. So he was just sitting there making excuses because his emotions are involved. His emotions are involved. He does not like Ken, and he wanted to leave that girl, and he wanted her to beg for him to come back. So now that she does not have to beg for him to come back, he is salty about that. And this man seems to be an upgrade financially from him and is able to do things for his children that he hasn't been able to do. So he's salty. I mean, it he that does not provide security for him. That's what I'm gonna say. That that that's not gonna provide security. And the reason that he doesn't like, yes, you definitely have to be a hands-on parent, Pepper, and he's not. I mean, they were talking about the last time he saw the kids. I don't even remember when it was, but his emotions are so wrapped up that he can't see the forest for the trees. He's just looking at the fact that that man is there and he just don't know what to do. He's just unhinged. So I think that it was wrong for Ken. Ken did say that he was a bum. And Ken told him, that's why we got to help you out. We got to give you money. I had to let your son borrow my car so he can go see you. And that, I think that was wrong because the one thing that that man is their father. And I know that Ken is now, well, he was then, in their household and he's providing for them emotionally, financially, physically, but that is still their dad. So at the end of the day, they gonna pick him over Ken any day. And it doesn't matter what he doesn't have. So I felt like Ken calling him a bum on national TV so that the kids can have to go back and look at it. I just felt like that was a bit much. Thank you, Johnny Yolo. I appreciate you. Thanks, Yo Yo, again. And so yeah, so they went back and forth, a couple of times. His argument was just he has discernment and God told him that Ken is not a good person. I don't know. I just feel like he's just unhinged and those are his emotions talking. I don't even think he gave this man a chance because once he saw that they had moved as fast as they moved, and I mean, he left the marital home. So once you leave the marital home, that tells us that you no longer want to be there. So, what was she supposed to do? I don't get it. But he'll be fine. So I don't know why he trying to do this whole I'm gonna kick it with Melody. I think he's trying to get a rise out of Trisha by saying that he gonna kick it with Mel. But Trisha already know he ain't got a snowball's chance in hell to even have a date with Mel. So good luck with that, champ. So the next portion they go into, yes, thank you, please like the thumbs up the video, thank you guys. The next segment was all of the ladies um on the stage, and Carlos asked them if they all enjoyed St. Thomas. I think they all enjoy St. Thomas. At the end of the day, anytime you can go on a free trip and you can indulge in all of these excursions that you have to pay not a dime for, I wouldn't give a damn who was Barney could have walked out. I'm still having a good time because anytime I got a trip going somewhere on your dime, oh, this trip is a bomb. I don't care if I had a whole all out brawl on this month. This is a really good trip. I really love this trip. This is really nice. But Destiny and Nell didn't raise their hand. Um, Nell acting like this whole name tag thing was a big deal. And I'm sure in her big old age that it wasn't. But, I guess she had to do something to kind of, make it spicy or make it interesting or whatnot. Destiny didn't have a good time because she wanted this trip to be the way that her and Mel would reconnect. She wanted to go on this trip and she wanted to be friends back with Mel like they were when they were both having the babies or when she was before she was going through her divorce and all of that. She wanted that to happen. She wanted a rekindle ship. So when that didn't happen, after she did everything from try to sit next to Mel, keep trying to have conversations with Mel. She did a whole apology tour. She talked to everybody else about her, kept trying to get her alone to talk to all of that. And there's still no rekindling. And as Mel talked about it, it's a wrap. She ain't going to be friends with her no more. She said it'll never happen. So that's why Destiny didn't have a good time. That's why she didn't enjoy herself because she went for different purposes. She went for um different reasons than just to bond with the girls and just have a good girls trip and a good kiki. She went so she can get back in with Mel and it didn't happen, so it was a flop. Um I think that Nell's issue also is her feelings are hurt that Nell has dumbed down their relationship. I think that she feels like, she wanted some recognition from Nell of some sort. So when Mel, apologized and said that, she was sorry because of whatever she felt, I think that she was, made whole during that time because I think all she wanted was, Mel to just see her. She wanted to be seen. She wanted to be acknowledged. Um, Kimmy and Tisha talked about the room assignments. Kimmy felt like the room assignments that they received was showed them what Mel thought about them. Kimmy said that she was filming with Mel when they was in the backyard, and there was no check involved. So she felt like they should have gotten better room assignments. Carlos said, did they feel like they were OGs? And Tisha said, yeah. And I feel like Kimmy, yeah, they probably did feel like it. Because they part of the core six. And they did feel like they would get better rooms because of, I guess, their seniority. But hmm, the people with a little less seniority got better rooms than they did. So yeah, they had a gripe about that. So yeah, I guess when Kimmy put it like that, and she was like, "We was filming with you in your backyard when you ain't when we wasn't getting no money," and I was like, "Ooh, I could see that." I think yeah, I probably would have said that too. Um, but this thing that bothered me was the way Carlos kiki and giggled and shifted in his chair when they were talking about what their uh hang-ups were with Mel on the trip as it related to whatever it was. Destiny not getting reconciliation, Nell not getting a name tag on her bed, Kimmy and Tisha talking about the room assignments. It just seemed like he was just so giddy and happy, like it was like, I don't know, almost like he celebrated that or something. I don't know. I don't know if maybe I was just looking too much into it, but it really seemed like he was just like giddy because they were just going down the line, talking about all of their issues with her. I'm glad she off that show. I'm glad she left, and I hope they can do good without her. They start saying Mel had the big head, and Mel brought up how Nell mentions this is all Mel. Y'all need to fall in line. This is Mel's thing, and in actuality, it is. She created it. She sent the scissor reel in to Carlos. She did the filming in her backyard. She brought everything. So I mean, it is her. It really is her show. Like, I mean, yeah, you guys were chosen to, start in it, but this is her show, period, point blank. Um, I guess they feel like she got the big head, and I mean, money do that to some people, I guess. Stormy, I don't know why Stormy was a surprise guest. She was not no surprise to me. I have no idea why he wanted to make this big hoopla about Stormy. Maybe it's because she quit the show, and I mean, but she was supposed to be on the reunion anyway because she was a part of the show when the season started. So even though she ended up quitting, she still was a part of the show. So I just was baffled by why is she a surprise guest? Like, we got to do all of this anticipation and viewing from the bottom up and the back of the dress. I'm like, just sit out there on the stage. What is all this about? But I am happy for her. She said that she sold $1 million on TikTok live stream, and she said that she was the highest top seller in the United States. She said that the reason why she had to lead a show was because she wanted to say the millimeters because that's the exact reason why she left the show. That and plus she needed no more. She was pushed to the heights that she didn't even think that she could go to. So the show was of no service for her no more. So, but I'm happy for her. I'm happy that the platform worked out for her the way that it did. I'm happy that she, came into all the successes. Hello, Sierra. And I'm glad she walked away because I believe you have to step away from yep, Pepper, yes, you're right. That's true. Um, and she had to step away and reflect. That's true. Um, they did a memorial for Kiki. I'm so happy they did that. It was sad. It's so unfortunate. Um, the way Kiki's demise. Period. I know that Tisha feels away. Thanks, Sierra. I appreciate that. Thank you. Um, Tisha expressed how unfortunate it was that her and her cousin were not in a good place when she passed. Um, Tisha did say that that was her sister cousin, and I mean we can't take that away from her. Even though she did kind of ostracize her because Kiki was just hurt by how she was being treated, and Tisha kind of ostracized her or whatnot. And I know for sure that Kiki's death keeps her up at night because I mean, it's unfortunate. It definitely would for me if that was my first cousin and we weren't speaking and we were on such a horrible note. Um, and she passed away. I don't even know if I would be able to live with myself. Um, but that was it was a beautiful memorial, and that prayer Maurice did was really nice. And that was the episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Thank you all, Yo. I appreciate you so much, so much. Thank you, Swig Squad. Please continue to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Make sure y'all hit the like button. And this is Tea with the Diva, and I'm out.